The BBC have got a lot riding on this because that partnership needs to be amazing because Tess and Claudia were so good.
Surely it's the end of the show though, isn't it? Like if he can prove that they faked the results, then you could never trust it again.
But the streets are saying, just to go back to Kylie, that actually this was a win for Alexa, not Kylie.
Stop tagging me, like leave me alone, I don't want this anymore.
So he's blocked all his family on social media and quite frankly, it's baffling.
I think it's the best twist they've ever done. This is Showbiz Fix, your destination for the inside scoop on all our celebrity exclusives and the biggest entertainment stories you're loving this week. We've got the latest in the Beckham family feud and we've got the lowdown on the Christmas telly you need to watch. But first, we've got some Strictly gossip to share. Tess Daly, belle of that ballroom. She was up all night, wasn't she, Jack?
She was. Like, do you know what? Fair play to her. Like, I felt like I'd love a good night out with her. So it was the Strictly wrap party at the weekend. Now, since 2020, they've not hired out a different venue, so they just have it at the studios, which I would have thought normally a bit meh. However, free bar, that's a good thing to start. And also Tess was there till 1 a.m. So
the thing that the people need to know about this, though, is that it is kind of like a wedding marquee, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, it's like a wedding marquee is a good word.
It is very much a wedding, isn't it? Because there's a free bar and a rubbish marquee.
Yeah, and there's a sort of glitter curtain that you can have your picture taken against, which obviously everyone queues up to do because what an occasion going to Strictly.
I mean, it is the funnest thing ever. I got to go to the final before and it's amazing.
Yeah, but so they delivered on the after party, didn't they?
Yeah, so they were like, obviously everyone's in high spirits because it's the last one, and Tess and Claudia, it's their last one. So Claudia popped in for like one drink to show her face. Apparently, she's not really like a party person. She's very polite, like, you know, she adores the show, but like, in and out job. Whereas Tess was there till 1 a.m. She led a big sing-song for Karen, who obviously won. They actually did the lion, because she was a lioness, they did 3 lions.
Aww.
That is cute for good old Karen Carney, bless her.
I'm not sure how in tune it was. And apparently, rather than doing the original version, I didn't even know this, maybe I'm a bit bad, they did a new version in 2022 for like the lionesses, for women. They sang that one, not the original, which I think, do you know what? Fair play, she's a woman.
That is good that they were all on the same page with that. That's planned.
It probably was planned, yeah.
I love this though. My favourite thing that I saw over the weekend was this TikTok video that they did of Claudia arriving in her tuxedo jacket with Keep Dancing, goes to pick up Tess in her sparkly dress. And I just love how they were so different but worked so well together.
They are a bit like chalk and cheese, but they're an amazing partnership. I think to replicate that, you know, the new host is going to be incredibly difficult. The BBC have got a lot riding on this because that partnership needs to be amazing because Tess and Claudia were so good.
You've been leading on this, Ellie. They've got their golden 10.
They have got their golden 10, all nodded and all true, regardless of what some people come out and say afterwards and say, oh, of course I'm not going to do it. Or who wouldn't want to host the biggest show on television? For me, it's got to be Zoe Ball, Alan Carr. Alan Carr's the man they want, and you get why. Like, look how popular he is on The Traitors. He's just done that amazing new BBC quiz show, which hasn't yet been announced. It's massive for Alan.
I adore Alan Carr, like, genuinely. But I didn't watch it either, but I feel like it would turn to the Alan Carr show.
No, it'd be him in the Clauditorium because that's what's fun. So you need someone like Zoe Ball anchoring, very sensible, just about the dancing, someone who's so good at live television. Then you bring in Alan, who's just upstairs doing the silliness and being like, oh, that was so funny. Like his role, Claudia's role is minor in comparison to Tess's. So you've got your full-time anchor, your big anchor, and then you have someone in a side role.
Yeah, I mean, being the person with the earpiece, just saying is the tough job.
Well, when something happens, if a bomb went off in the studio, Tess wouldn't flinch. She's just so good at that, standing strong, not saying anything, just carrying on.
Yeah.
Alan would. Alan would be running around screaming.
That's why you lock Alan in the Clauditorium and just don't let him out.
No. So the Golden 10 screen tests are in January?
Yeah, they are in January. So that's where they're going to go in. So they're going to completely mix it up. So it'll be Alison Hammond and Bradley Walsh, then Alex Jones and Alan Carr. They're going to mix all these partnerships, but they know, I think, that they want Alan, and I think it's just who they're going to bring alongside him, which is really exciting. But if they don't get him, I do think Bradley Walsh was the first name I was told as a front runner with Alex Jones, which again is a really solid, decent partnership. He does big Saturday night TV, and she's just a great, steady pair of hands, and like, you know, Strictly Superfan.
Can't see one of them in the Clauditorium though.
No, and
they're
that's
both
the thing.
The safe hands.
You need fun. Like Strictly has to have an element of fun and an element of seriousness. So I think, yeah, it's a lot to go. So yeah, they're all going in January, all for these screen tests to see they find the perfect partnership.
Someone tried to steal the spotlight, though, which was Thomas Skinner.
I know, Tom.
Oh my goodness. So The Sun revealed back end of last week that he intended to sue the BBC over his exit. He says that he had evidence that the vote had been rigged to get him out. So there was lots of kerfuffle over the launch of Strictly, some extramarital affairs, about his politics, all this kind of thing. And he thinks the BBC wanted him out, and he says he has emails to prove this. On Saturday, he came out with a full statement about this after The Sun story, saying that he'd received an anonymous email claiming to be from a BBC exec with stats. He'd received more votes than it appeared, and it wasn't right. This is absolutely mad. But today, new info's come out from the Strictly spoiler, no less. They've used their exit poll data, and it suggests that he received 1.4% of people wanting him to stay.
So I get what the Strictly spoiler is saying, and I get why, a certain newspaper tried to spin that narrative in that direction. But ultimately, the Strictly spoiler is niche. Like, my mum's a Strictly super fan. She doesn't know what the Strictly spoiler is. Ooh. Let's be honest, like, not everyone knows it. We do. It'd be interesting to see how many people would actually know to go on the website and check. So I think their exit poll will have no bearing, in my opinion, on the actual poll and the people who actually ring up on a Saturday night and vote. I do feel for Tom here. I feel like he has been, in his eyes, treated unfairly. Like we discussed before, the fact that he claims he didn't get a gift bag. Everyone else sort of got a welcome to Strictly, and his got conveniently lost. You think if that is true, that's really harsh. And to me, that's just nasty. If that did happen. If this does go to court and he actually gets it over the line, this is a massive headache for Strictly, because that is a really big, bold claim he's made. And they're saying so far, or we've not yet seen anything, and we've seen no paperwork, we've not received any letters. But we've spoken to people really close to Tom who are absolutely adamant that he's got this. He thinks it absolutely exonerates him and proves it's true. He's going all the way.
It's bonkers.
It is bonkers. The whole thing's crazy.
It's wild. Surely, it's the end of the show, though, isn't it? Like if he can prove that they faked the results, then you could never trust it again.
No, it would absolutely end it.
Sure.
I feel like the BBC have just got some real issues to iron out with this, and I think they just kind of need to try and smooth it over. But I think from what we know of Tom and what you've seen of Tom, he isn't afraid to shy away from a fight. He'll absolutely say what he thinks. And I think for him to say so strongly that he has this evidence, which he says he has verified, to prove that this is the case, he believes they rigged the vote and sent him packing when someone else scored less than him. Because I do think people will be voting for Tom. Like, I personally don't really like him. I think he's a philanderer, and you can say sorry as many times as you like. I still think you're a bit of a wrong 'un. But is he a hardworking grafter? Yes. Does he have people who really look up to him and admire him? Yes. Yeah. You just think, and this was his chance to go on a show, have some fun, do something he'd never done before. So if he thinks he's been unfairly done by, good for him.
Do you know what I think is a real shame for him is that I've watched The Celebrity Apprentice, and he's on that alongside big names and comes across brilliantly. So he appears humble, hardworking, so grateful for everything that show's done for him. He's funny, he's interesting. He is one of the stars of this Christmas special. And it's a shame that this has now come out, because I think it's making people feel negatively about him.
I bet the BBC are furious, because if he's come across, because obviously you've seen it, we obviously tried those amazing biscuits they made. Well, one was amazing, the other one was awful. And you think that he's done so well on this show, and then actually to come out now and, take legal action against the BBC, they're probably thinking, for God's sake, Tom.
Yeah. Well, as he said in his statement, people still come up to him in the supermarket and want selfies and stuff. So seems to be doing all right, doesn't he?
I don't think he's doing too well. He's got his fish stall now.
He's got
his fish stall in the pub. He's selling mattresses.
Yeah.
He's up at 3.
Sure, he's all right without the vote. Okay, let's move on to Brooklyn Beckham. Back in the papers again this weekend. He can't keep out of them. What has gone on, Jack?
So he's blocked all his family on social media. And quite frankly, it's baffling. I think it's wild for anyone, because it's your family, but also even more because it's the Beckhams and they're like this happy brand. But I was saying to someone the other day, this is really weird, I get it, but I actually now like brand Beckham more than I did before, because that whole polished, we are perfect, we all love each other, we all get on great, it's rubbish. Like, no family is like that, even if you all get on. So while I think Brooklyn is pathetic for blocking them, I am like enjoying to see the cracks, and not in a nasty way, but just because you are now relatable. Like your life was never, I mean, it's very, very luxurious, but like it was never perfect. Like stop giving us that image. Like at least with like the Kardashians, you see, I mean, it's a bit beggy, but you see warts and all. Beckham's look, whoa.
Well, I think to give some context to why Brooklyn did this, we know earlier this year we were the first to reveal that he'd blocked Romeo and Cruz on Instagram, and so had Nicola. I think Cruz had made a couple of pops. There were some slide digs. But with David and Victoria, he chose to do that because if you are fans of the Beckham, if you follow them, you'll have seen recently, especially Victoria and Jackie, sharing things that included Brooklyn in them. So throwback photos always including Brooklyn, because obviously he's their son. What we do know from behind the scenes is that Brooklyn has asked his family to stop doing that. Stop tagging me, like, leave me alone. I don't want this anymore. And they haven't listened and they've carried on. And so actually the quickest way he could think to get rid of this problem was just to click the block button. And Nicola's done exactly the same. They're standing unified. You know, it was never that he was going to do it and she wasn't. And it would look 10 times worse on Brooklyn and Nicola if she did it and he didn't.
Yeah.
So it's a really sad state of affairs. I know what you mean. It does seem pathetic, but I think if you asked your parents not to do something and they keep doing it and it keeps getting dragged up, because also I get why the Beckhams want to stop the narrative, as it's really embarrassing. Like you said, it's showing cracks in this amazing brand they've built. But stop tagging him in it, I think, because that is generating news stories. If they just didn't, there'd be one, he didn't include Brooklyn in that post. But they have done posts that don't include Brooklyn. So every single time you do include him, it's getting spun into this thing of, oh, look, it's an olive branch. And then they know that if they do it on a grid post, it's going to invite hundreds of comments of people going, reunite with your parents, you only get one life, reunite with your parents. I think they should just stop talking.
How did David and Victoria feel about this latest twist?
I feel like they're absolutely devastated. I feel it. I mean, we know they're devastated. I think I've come on Showbiz Fix before and said it again and again, that these are two people who love their son dearly. You know, they've made it so clear that he is welcome back into that fold any time. I do think Brooklyn's putting conditions on it. Naturally, if that's what he wants to do. He really wants to protect his wife. He feels like Nicola has been dragged through the mud this year, that lots of unsavoury things were written about her and him and their relationship. And obviously then that second wedding, he really wants to protect that. It's becoming very, again, Prince Harry and Meghan wanting to protect his wife. You know, as far as they're concerned, I think the Beckhams are just, the door's open. If he got on a plane and came home, he'd be welcome with open arms and they talk. I feel from Brooklyn's side, what we understand is that there's too much water under the bridge now. There is no going back. There is no unification happening. It's leave me alone. I've got my own life and my family now and I want out.
Would you ever block? Do you know what? To be honest with you, my mum was blocked on Instagram stories up until about maybe 3 weeks ago. And then like I have people that like in my little village that I watch my Instagram stories, like the butchers and stuff, right? And they always tell mum in the butchers like, oh, I saw him doing this. And mum was like, why can't I see it? And I went, you've been blocked for like the past 20 years, not 10 years, since I went to uni. So she is unblocked now, so she can see my stories.
As Jack's boss, I can attest that some of his Instagram story content is very interesting, and I won't be on your close friends, so that's where you share your cheekiest, most fun content. But yeah, open it up to your poor mother.
Well, it is now. If she wants to see it, I was like, Mum, if you want to see me in the bath, you can see me in the bath. If you want to see me at work, see me at work.
I think the thing is, it's very different just being Jack Hardwick.
Of course it is. Of course.
What I mean more is it's the statement, isn't it? It's the blocking. It's the fact that everybody knows that this won't just happen as an event. It will be the news, the ramifications, the opinions. We're sat here talking about it. But Brooklyn's allowed boundaries. Just because he's famous doesn't mean he can't choose to ask his parents to respect that, right?
Yeah, and as far as he's concerned, they haven't.
Imagine being a fly on the wall in like either family WhatsApp or something like that. Could you imagine? Like
it'd be blowing up.
Oh my God, the screenshots, the receipts. Okay, Christmas #1 was a very big one this year for a very small lady. Jack, your fave, Kylie Minogue.
Kylie, like Xmas, it's #1. I feel like because she did the dance with me, maybe that is why. But no, so obviously I've met Kylie quite a few times this year. Poor woman. But she... They were so humble about not being too crass about wanting #1 because, well, it just looks a bit beggy, doesn't it? But like she's put in so much work. She was booked and busy, and she was like, on every radio show. She's printing interviews. She was, on Strictly performing. And I think, first of all, I love the fact that someone that big isn't afraid of work. Like there's so many superstars now think, do you know what? I'm this certain level. I don't need to do promo. I'm just carrying it myself. Like she clearly wasn't taking anything for granted. And that's why they've got it. Like they, she's put in the work, song catchy, annoyingly catchy. And like, yeah.
What does it mean to Kylie?
I think it's a ridiculously big another career milestone to be still getting like #1 albums and still being relevant. Like, I don't, not pitching her against other women because that's always, I'll get slammed for that. But people like Madonna, yes, they're still iconic and they're huge, but they're not getting radio play. They're not, something's going wrong somewhere. Somehow Kylie is still getting, you know, on the radio, she's on primetime shows. I think it's because she'll do the work and she's just not work shy.
She's always good for a line, Kylie, as well. Like, you know, like you always have so much fun with her. She's always really welcoming. She's really down to earth. And they know any telly booker, get her on a radio booker, you're going to get a great anecdote out of her.
I just love a celebrity these days that knows that if you are going to be able to promote their show, song, film, they need to say something interesting. And there's surprisingly few celebrities that seem to get this.
Oh my God, there are so many dull people.
Yeah.
And like, it actually is painful. I was talking about someone yesterday. They're a big pop star. And they've had amazing songs, but they are so painfully dull. And I know this person really wants to further their career and do better and do different things. And I'm like, but she's so dull. She's never going to make it.
Yeah.
Because she isn't. You can't even media train someone that dull.
Do you know what? The first time I ever interviewed Kylie, I was really nervous. It was at Claridge's for the Tension album. And I was trying to sort of, the line I was hoping to go for, because the album was quite spicy, was like, you know, yeah, I'm whatever age I am, but I can still be sexy. I can still be sort of, it's my prerogative. And she sort of said it, sort of didn't, but like I'd got enough. And then after I left, about 20 minutes later, I got a text and there was an extra line of quote and it had come from Kylie, obviously via her team. Kylie wasn't texting me and it was bang on. So she knew exactly what I was like, what that I was getting at.
She knows what she has to
knew what would do
deliver.
better. And actually, I think it was the first line in the copy. So like, thank you, Kylie.
Yeah.
With so many of these stars, like, you know, you say what line you want. You talk to their team about it and you say, this is the route we're going down. You school the lines. So they literally give them the lines you need and then they say them. Like, especially when an artist is young, they're often schooled. I do loads of pre-chats being like, we should say this could be fun. What do you think about this? Get the line. Because if not, it's like flogging a dead horse.
Yeah, exactly. And then at the end of the day, we can't promote their thing for them, which is what everybody wants at the end of the day.
Exactly.
I just love the concept that Kylie would text you extra. He says, sat there in his Taylor Swift merch. You had another package from Taylor?
No, I bought this myself with my own money. Or did I? Maybe it was from Taylor. No, I bought this. But
what's this then? Rep TV.
This is the Reputation jacket. And do you know what? I like it because you'd never know. It was, yes, it says Taylor Swift somewhere, but like you'd never know walking down the street.
You're liking it. Is that tags remind me of evacuee? You know, in the World War II.
yeah.
Well, I'm going
They
back to my
tagged
village,
it.
so I wear. It's because they Jack Hardwick down there. And then
Who wants Taylor?
Yeah.
No, I
Who would
like that
Taylor,
jacket.
little Taylor Swift.
who's look after this bear?
Jack, I just love your merch. But the streets are saying, just to go back to Kylie, that actually this was a win for Alexa, not Kylie. Did Alexa get Christmas #1 for Kylie? Set the record straight.
No, it's really annoying me. I was going to swear then. It's really annoying me. So, yes, if you asked Alexa to play a Christmas song, it will put Kylie's song in their playlist. But it's not true that it will play Kylie's song first. So that is just not true. It's not right. It's not factually correct, as a PR would like to tell me. But also, in doing a deal with Amazon, you have to then not be on any competitor. So there's no sort of YouTube, there's no Spotify, there's no Deezer, there's none of these other platforms that you're on. So it's a gamble. And then I was on TikTok last night, I was watching a video where someone was like, oh, it guarantees you Christmas #1. Like, hang on a minute. This has been going on since at least 2017, because that was the Gwen Stefani song, which got to like number 50 and might be in the top 10 like as of tomorrow. This is the first time it's ever got Christmas #1. So it's just not, no, it's not right. It's so unfairly, like,
Being unfairly skewed,
Yeah,
isn't it?
that's the word.
I think if you just turn the radio on for the last 3 weeks, you will have heard that song at least once a day. Every single radio station was playing her song. Like, I was Word Perfect by the end of it. It got so much radio play.
She went to every single, I'm sure there was some smaller ones she didn't, but she went to every single big radio company and she did interviews. She gave them time, which, to be cynical, if that artist is going in, they're going to play their song. Like, let's be honest, it's a business. She's worked it. And this Alexa thing is just annoying. It's not true. Next.
Jack will be here in his Kylie merch next week.
You watching Kylie?
Definitely not his Alexa merch. Right, other Christmas stuff, Christmas telly. what I'm excited about. Ellie, you're all looking forward to Amanda Land.
I'm obsessed with Amanda Land. It's so good. And now you've got the amazing Jennifer Saunders coming in to join Joanna Lumley. Like, it's going to be iconic. They asked if I wanted a screener and I said no. I'm saving that for Christmas Day.
Oh, I love that. And you're working Christmas Day as well.
Worked every single Christmas Day for the last 9 years.
Oh, she's a grafter.
Just love a Christmas shift.
And you're going to go home and watch Amanda Land?
Yeah, I am. Literally, I'm saving it up. I just want to get in front of the telly with a bottle of wine and watch it and probably watch it again. I just think Amanda Land is genius. It was such a clever spin-off. I'm so excited for the second series. We went to that BBC Great Christmas event. We got chatting and Kate Phillips was just singing the praises of that show and how seriously good that Christmas special is.
Controversially, it's sort of the only thing happening on BBC that day.
Yeah, it's really, well, you brought this up and you said like everything is just celebrity repeats, which is really dull.
Yeah, they've just shoved celebrities at a number of formats. But look, that works. Strictly Christmas will be fun because it's Tess and Claudia's last one.
Not Wallace and Gromit though, is it? Let's be honest.
It's not Wallace and Gromit, it's not Gavin and Stacey, but we were never going to get that day again. I am, however, looking forward to the Masked Singer Christmas on ITV. I had a story last week, which was basically Joel Dommett, my fave, completely dropped a clanger because he said the celebrity's name. Now, Joel doesn't know who anyone is in those costumes, but he recognised their laugh. So that's a clue. And he said their name instead of mistletoe. And by this point, the panel had all pretty much guessed who it was anyway, but Joel was obviously devastated by the whole thing. I love it when telly goes wrong.
I think I know who that is as well, because there's only one celebrity, I think, with a laugh that is so remarkable. I think as soon as I hear that laugh, I'll know who it is.
I just love it. But then other things coming up, the Great Peak Show Christmas Bake Off, I think will be really fun. Everybody loves David Mitchell and Robert Webb, don't they? And they're going to be baking, so that'll be fun. Great for the family. Celeb Apprentice, I've already talked about this, but it's such great telly. The cast are all amazing. They're all really leaning in. So competitive. It's lots of fun. They go up to Lapland to make gingerbread biscuits. Alan Sugar's being Alan Sugar. They go off to Lapland to make some cookies. So it's just so wholesome and brilliant. So watch that one. That's on the 29th. New Year's Day, though, loads more stuff kicks off. So we've got The Traitors is back.
That'll be incredible.
And I've watched it, and obviously I cannot say anything without immediately having the BBC knocking on this door. But you're not going to get the same series that you think you're going to get.
Oh,
good, because I love it. I'm a big fan, but I was thinking that like, I don't know what it needs to do, but it's just the same. And
every series there is a new twist. Like there was the train, there was all these things. So
I thought that train thing was rubbish.
So are you saying this is like the best twist they've ever done?
I think it's the best twist they've ever done.
Okay, that's good.
Thanks for the spin. I like it. But also The Night Manager is back.
Oh, I'm going to go back, rewatch, and then ready to kick off.
And it's got Leonardo DiCaprio's sexy ex-girlfriend in it. Mm. Which of the 20-year-olds?
I was about to say, in my head, is it Camilla Morone?
Yes, it is.
Yeah. She is very attractive.
So loads and loads to look forward to. And I look forward to sitting here in 2026 and talking about it with you all.
It's going to be a great year.
But now I want to know, Jack, what are you binning and binging? Your last one of the year.
Last one. So I'm binging Out Christmas with Delta, which is on Prime, so Amazon can chill out if I've got angry about Alexa.
Delta
Goodrum.
Oh!
I clearly like Christmas and Australian, don't I? That clearly go together well.
What's she doing?
So it's a Christmas special. It's already on Prime now, as of like 24 hours ago. And it's just like wholesome fun. So it's got a really good sort of lineup of celebs and stars. Cody Simpson, John Bon Jovi, who you got the tube with, your bestie.
Some singing, some chatting.
Some singing, some chatting. And it's just Delta Goodrum. I met her for the first time early this summer. And she's just lovely. She's just like really friendly, like so nice. I'll be honest with you, I hadn't heard of it. Apparently it's been going on for quite a bit in Australia, but now you can see over here.
Lovely.
But it's just lighthearted and something different, do you know what I mean?
Jack, what are you bidding?
So I'm bidding Lily Allen. She's gone on her podcast again, and she's now saying she's had therapy for a shopping addiction. She's bought a new car, she's bought some diamonds. Obviously, it's all off the back of her new album, which has been really critically acclaimed. And as a body of work, yeah, great. But as a person who's just flipped the narrative, no, not a fan. I just feel like there's too many people that come out and say, hang on, this isn't the full story, or you've used my text message without permission. Like, she really want to quick and throw anyone under the bus, you know, when she wants to. And you know what? Good on her, like, speak the truth and all that. But there's too many people that coming out and being like, hang on, you've just edited what actually happened for your own gain. And I just find that really annoying. Like, I'm not a fan of it. Yeah.
Right, well, fair enough. I think this is a saga that's going to go on and on.
Oh, she'll have
not just Jack Hardwick versus Lily, but Lily in general.
Yeah, it's going to roll and roll up.
Yeah.
Right, Ellie Hedman, what you binning?
I am binning Taylor Swift. I'm so bored of her still. Do we have to do more about the Eras tour that now she's dropped that god-awful documentary, which I've refused to watch because it's just sycophantic and boring.
No merch for Ellie.
I don't bloody want any. I gave my tickets away. Like, I get her as an artist. I'm just not bothered.
Fair. Okay, binge.
Amanda Land or Emily in Paris. Everything about that. So good.
So I was speaking to someone about Emily in Paris earlier, and the Peroni skit. Have you seen this? So it's almost like this take of product placement, right?
It's really good.
I think it's just really leaning into it knows it's naff and it's just owning it.
That's the thing. I love Lily Collins as an actress. I just think she's so fun. I watch that show and it takes me to somewhere else. Like, our jobs are difficult, long, stressful. I just want to watch something that just takes my mind somewhere else, and it's just silly.
I love that. Right, this week I am binning, and I want to leave this in 2025. The debate over dance training on Strictly Come Dancing. I'm bored of it. I feel like this year it's been worse than ever. Yes, Amber and Lewis were both incredible dancers because of dance training. Karen had dance training. Can we not just watch the dancing and enjoy the dancing? I'm sick of talking about it. In fact, I'm going to ban it from Showbiz Fix in 2026.
I love that.
We are not mentioning the names dance training next to each other ever again because I'm bored of it.
Wow.
I'm binging Tess and Claudia. I thought the whole goodbye farewell was so classy. They didn't try to overshadow the finalists, which was so important to them. They didn't overplay it. It was just perfectly done. And I think that it was the perfect note for them to finish their Strictly career on.
Yeah, it was really good.
Yeah. That's your Showbiz Fix for this week. Remember to subscribe to us here on the Sun Showbiz YouTube channel for all the inside TV and celebrity gossip. See you next week for our look back at the main characters of 2025. You won't want to miss it.